Happy New Year, Happy New Year. First of all, Happy New Year. Welcome back to the Empowered United Women Ministry YouTube page. I know we have not been present before you in these YouTube streets for a while, but we are back with fresh content and we hope that you've all been well and staying safe and protected. So before we drop fresh content, I thought it would be good to have a sit down with me, catch up vibe, and just see how things have been going and you know what's happening behind the scenes, because there's been a lot going on, a lot of beautiful changes, a lot of things, not just in EW but my life as well. So I would like to share that with you and just catch you up to speed in terms of everything that's happening and a bit of what you can expect this year. So first of all, to start with, 2020, if I look down at any points, because I've got my notes, I want to stay on track, but yeah, 2020 was an amazing, beautiful year. It was a year I was able to really experience God's hand in a different way, in a special way, and in a mighty way. You know, it was a year I was able to birth new things. I was able to really come out of my zone, my comfort zone, and just achieve things that were on my heart, that I knew that God wanted me to do. And I know that, you know, we had the pandemic last year that started and we're kind of still in it. But I wanted to, and I still do say this, that just because of how bad it may look out there and what the government is saying, God has been showing me and revealing to me different things that goes to show that he doesn't need any circumstance to be perfect. God will move regardless. And so when people were putting a blanket statement and saying that it was a bad year for all of us, I actually couldn't say that. 2020 for me was one of the best years of my life, to be honest with you. It was a year where I grew, I learned, I birthed new things, and it was just beautiful, you know. And a few things that I want to share in terms of the merge with EW and my personal life. I launched my first book. I launched my first ebook devotional. We had an amazing event to start the year off, the Powerful Set Apart Woman event. And I launched my private practice. For those of you who don't know, I'm a qualified counsellor. And so I launched my private practice last year. I also launched the community for the EW ministry, the Lionhearted Voices community. And honestly, we brought back our Bible studies and we had the Heart to Heart series and Jesus Over False Religion as the two series. Before that, we were praying over the nations and over ourselves. And it was just all round a beautiful, beautiful year. God really showed up, and I don't really know what to say. I'm still in awe of how he moved in 2020. Again, to say that, you know, at one point when the government was saying that we're going into a recession, I looked up to God and I said, God, that can't be possible because I have things to do. I have bills to pay. And God showcased himself in mighty ways. You would think that in a pandemic, how are you still making good money? But it just goes to show how faithful God is when you trust him with the little that you have, you know. And, you know, many people were doing all manner of things, were saying all manner of things, but God kept me and my family. He kept us, and we anchored ourselves on his truth, and we were not taking in what the government was saying. We were not even taking in what people close by were saying, because, you know, the media were very negative and were portraying a lot of stuff. But that's all, by the way. I'm not here to talk about all that. I'm just here to really just encourage you that, yes, we've, you know, crossed over into 2021 and it may look like it might be the same as last year, but be mindful of the words that you speak. You know, life and death are in the power of the tongue. So if you feel as though there are things on your heart that you want to do, trust in God and have the faith that you can achieve those things despite of what is going on out there. You know, like I said, last year for me was just amazing. I birthed new things. I did great things. I met some great, amazing people. And, you know, it's continuing on in this year. I'm claiming it and I'm speaking into existence what it is that I want to see. And one of the things that we also did is we rebranded the Powerful Set Apart Woman. We rebranded Building a Powerful Woman, which is under that, and we now merged it with mental health. The burden of mental health for women especially came on my heart, I would say, towards the end of last year. So God said merge it with, you know, Building a Powerful Woman, because I think a lot of the times we overlook what our mental health is. We overlook what it even means. And so there's a desire and there's a hunger for me to see women be set free and whole in their mental capacity especially, because whatever that you have as a healthy state of mind will affect your life and all that you do. So you will see that on our social media, we're now delving deeper into mental health, building a powerful woman, what does that look like? You know, do you know your identity? What are the areas in your identity you need to heal from? You know, where are the areas you need to take back to God and allow him to walk you through the process of healing? There are so many different things that we have covered and we are yet to cover as well. I don't want to give too much away in terms of what is going to come this year because it's still in plans and prayers, but just stay connected to a lot of the things that we'll be sharing over time. But one of the big things that I wanted to share and just give thanks for was last year, I would say from about June, I got a call from a Christian charity and they saw the work that we were doing in EW and they loved it and they wanted to come on board and support it. And through talks and through, you know, things that we did and just updating them on things that we are